Okay, before I say anything, Brock Lesnar is an absolute savage. My dude was just having some fun, and Brock made him rethink his entire life.
Get a life, kid.
Okay, look, it's just one of these cases where my and my viewers' opinions are different. For example, last week I found Monday Night Raw to be a bit boring. And I gotta be honest, I feel like this show is not that entertaining as well. And I'm actually happy that you guys find this show entertaining. I'm happy you're having fun. I did enjoy a lot out of the show. But I can't possibly say that I liked this show just because 30 minutes out of a 2-hour show were good. I just feel like this show has way too much filler. And it's crazy because I'm excited about Night of Champions. I feel like every single match has tons of potential, but for whatever reason this show just ain't for me. The first thing we see is Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes backstage. He threw him around the backstage area and tried to break Cody's arm. Our farmer ain't playing. I might be in the minority right here, but I kinda like this whole Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar thing. I just feel like they're doing the same shit every week, which is fine. I find it entertaining, you know, Brocky beating the shit out of Cody. But I also feel like this story is going nowhere. It's been like almost 2 months and we still don't really know why Brock attacked Cody. Then we see Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman says, I have nothing to do with this. He talked about Night of Champions main events. His last appearance on Raw was so well received, he was invited back. And of course, he talked about how Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are going to win the tag team championships. We see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and Paul Heyman just disappeared. Since Solo and Reigns dedicate this match to the Wild Samoans, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens dedicate this match to the Usos. Tonight they'll take care of the Imperium. We see the Imperium, and Matt Riddle runs down to even the odds. Typical WWE. Of course, it's Riddle. I mean, it makes sense when it comes to the storyline, but announcing that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are having a mystery partner, and then it's Riddle, someone who's been their partner for the past month or two. That's the most boring shit I could imagine. We also got Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. One of these matches where the result is very obvious, but it was pretty fun, you know, these giant versus cruiser matches are always entertaining to watch. As expected, Bronson Reed takes the W right here, as Ricochet looks devastated. I'm ready for that Ricochet push. The tag team with Braun Strowman is okay. It's fine in my opinion, it works. But Ricochet is so talented, it's crazy that he's not getting more from the WWE. And Bronson Reed, I mean, he's fine. It seems like WWE seemed to forget that it's all about the storylines. For me to care about Bronson Reed, I need a good storyline. The Judgment Day interrupted Apollo's interview, so they had a match over that. This felt like filler because I don't even know what Dominic is doing anymore. He's in a rivalry with Xavier Woods, now he's in a rivalry against Apollo. It's all sorts of nothing really right here. And this wasn't the right first match for Apollo, you know, returning to the WWE or the main roster. Of course, with the help of Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio wins this match. So Apollo Crews just came back and he's with the same gimmick he was in 2016. Nothing changed. And he lost his first match on Monday Night Raw. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I missed this shit, but I really thought he's going to do something different. I don't know, man. I'm just not getting the same feeling I'm getting from SmackDown. During this show, we saw a lot of Seth Rollins interview footage, and he talked about how much the World Heavyweight Championship means to him. He also criticized Roman Reigns and how he's not a fighting champion. So he basically wants to bring that change to the WWE with this championship title reign. So I really enjoy these Seth Rollins interviews. I feel like, you know, it did a decent job considering he's not actually live on Monday Night Raw. I think it was fine. I just really wish the World Heavyweight Championship just replaced the Universal Championship, because now even, you know, guys like AJ Styles was literally in the match are talking about how this is the secondary championship. And AJ has a point. Where I had the WWE Championship, SmackDown had Universal Championship. Both championships are on SmackDown, so this is the third title, kinda. Candice LeRae versus Zoe Stark. I believe this is the second Zoe Stark match in the WWE on the main roster. Again, the crowd were kinda silent right here. We saw Nikki Cross interfering, but Zoe Stark still won the match. I'm sorry, but this is the same shit we already seen. It was time for the Ultimate Farmer. Brock Lesnar stands in the ring, smiles and says, "So what do you wanna talk about?" He says Cody will not be here tonight, and he will not be fighting Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. But Brock Lesnar will will not let you down. So he issues an open challenge, but we see Cody Rhodes, who's apparently injured. They start fighting in the ring, but of course Cody has a broken arm. That was a dumb decision by Cody. We see a Kimura lock and Brock Lesnar breaks Cody's arm. It really reminds me of that time Brock Lesnar broke Triple H's arm, and that's why we got the, final segment of the show. Then we got more filler with the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. That's what I'm talking about, man. Just a bunch of matches where you're like, I don't care about this. I honestly can't make myself care about this shit. What was surprising is that the Alpha Academy actually won the match. The Viking Raiders didn't change a bit. It's still kinda boring. Fun in the ring, but the gimmick is just kinda ass in my opinion. But I'm really glad the Alpha Academy won. It seems like they're going to be babyfaces right now, so we'll see how that goes. Then we saw Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is actually great. This match was one of the best things about the show in my opinion. Literally looks like a rivalry I would love to see for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the match itself was pretty fun, but obviously Finn Balor is part of the Judgment Day, so you kinda expect what's going to happen. Shinsuke takes care of Damian Priest, but Finn Balor ends up with the W right here. It's really interesting how WWE put Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura in the same match, because I thought, both are really going to get that push. I have a bad feeling about Shinsuke Nakamura, man. I don't think it's going anywhere. So we got the Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch contract signing. Trish wanted a no touching clause, but Adam Pearce didn't do that. And you can kinda expect what this segment was all about. We've heard everything, but Becky Lynch mentioning bark like a dog segment was great. You think barking like a dog was embarrassing? So that was a great line by Becky. This was a pretty decent segment. I was just never a big fan of Becky acting over the top. I feel like the man gimmick was great, and now again it just feels like she's trying way too much. So this segment started off kinda boring, but Becky Lynch mentioning bark like a dog segment, that's kinda crazy. This is the history WWE are trying to, run from, so it's crazy that Becky got to mention that. We also got more filler, and by the time I'm recording this I already forgot what happened, I gotta be honest. And then it was time for the main event. 6-man tag team match on Monday Night Raw. Can't get better than this. Fun match, but again, the same issue. Every Monday Night Raw episode ends the same damn way, man. Of course, eventually Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Riddle win the match. And dude, I swear I've seen the same ending shot like 8 times now. I don't know how to explain this. Something about this show just doesn't really excite me that much. I feel like after the draft, not a lot of things have changed. I mean, you could do something really special with Gunther's Intercontinental Championship title reign, but he's wrestling in matches that aren't doing anything for him. And I get it, it's the go-home show, you're running out of ideas, it's fine. I just feel like everything is kinda moving too slow for me with this show. But thankfully we got another segment to close the show. Cody doesn't want anyone bothering him, no doctors, no Adam Pearce, but it was actually Triple H. And Triple H obviously has to do his job. He tells Cody not to wrestle because you don't have to prove anything to anyone. We all know you're tough. Cody says, ask what would you do in this situation, what you did. So Cody is wrestling at Night of Champions and Triple H is smiling. He already knew the answer to that question. This is kinda wild, seeing Triple H and Cody in the same segment. Remember that shit? Triple H knew that Cody is going to wrestle anyway, but it's Triple H's job to ask. I mean, someone is going to say how it doesn't make any sense. How could they allow him to wrestle with an injury? But that's professional wrestling. Rules change every week. But anyway, these are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Thank you for watching this video. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.